Welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado, home to the Colorado State Rams, settled at just over 5,000 feet, and we have a game that will live up to the altitude. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Rice Owls, taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. A first down for the offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll put the tight end in motion. Gonna run it. It's Henderson. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Might as well give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Wants to throw. It's Fowler Nicolosi. He's moving out of the pocket. Oh, there's the ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
He makes the connection. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The freshman just a little too much on that one. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When you're...
A shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rice. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Looking downfield, it's Fowler Nicolosi. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Looking to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's just so hard defensively to take your eye off this guy, especially on 3rd down. You've got to know that at any given moment, he can take off on you. They've got to do a better job on the back end, keeping their focus on him. He's the one with the football.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Colorado State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Troy was able to walk off the field there in Veterans Memorial Stadium with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. 1st down here for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Quickly complete. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking for room. It's Henderson. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Tackle is made after the first down.
The RPO game works really well for this offense because the running back is very patient. It's a bit of a delayed handoff, but he's very good at finding the creases and finding the lanes and then putting his foot in the ground and getting north.
Complete downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Rams are flying down the field. Movement here from the tight end. They'll give it to the back. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, better look out. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just
going downfield for the big play. And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And stampeding through the defense. And a big return. He sets up the offense for this possession. Looking for a productive play on first down. Using his legs, it's Henderson. Keeps the legs moving. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Catch in the middle, it's Ross. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Rams have moved it inside the 20. They'll go to the ground. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The Rams come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Scanning the field, it's Fowler Nicolosi. They get to him as he throws. Got him downfield. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And the Rams will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Pushes ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in, looking deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. With the catch, it's Carter. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Woo, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Quick strike complete. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Lofts one deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Threw a pick last time. Almost threw another one. But you know what? I like the fact that this dude has no conscience.
None. Arm arrogance, right? He's going to spin the football, try to make plays. Like, listen, take the good with the bad, right? He's going to make some plays. He's going to give some away. Let's try to do a little bit more of the playmaking as opposed to giving it to the other team.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block. It's Ross. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. The completion well past the sticks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Owls have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And that pass picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. They got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
This offense has struggled to get any rhythm going, and the only success they've had is throwing to this guy. So no question here in the second half, they're going to try to do that more often, but the defense knows it. Nice job there in coverage, making sure that one.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
But we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
And that's why it's important offensively. They're going to have to do a better job running the ball and getting positive yards early in the drive. You can't be in third and long living in those situations against this defense because they like to play dime personnel. And with those faster guys, they're going to blitz, and they're going to match speed with speed. It's a nice way to combat the mobile ability this quarterback has. Now setting up fourth down.
Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second and 4.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Snagged in the middle. It's Person. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down. You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's open on the right. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. He wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Trying play action. Stands in and takes the hit. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. Looking for space, it's Henderson. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Fires one high and deep. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On third down, going up top. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Rams will send out the punt unit. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Atkins. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you set up fourth down.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Running back searching for a hole. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. At the 20, he's got space. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Colorado State. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Southern Miss came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Hattiesburg had to sweat things out for much of the day. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Back to throw, it's Jenkins. Looking to take a shot. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. They'll throw it on first down. Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5. He picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide out in motion. Give to the back. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward. Got his man quickly. The ball squirts free. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. He's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And, man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
To the air, it's Jenkins. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They're bringing heat. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Fires to the middle. It's complete. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. All wideouts, no backs. To the air. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
On second down, just keeps firing. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He lofts one down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Colorado State. And the pummeling has started. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he makes the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their
size
range.
tire,
They'll
so.
stop him at the 16. Rice has the ball back.
Yeah,
They're
the same
ready to
tires.
send the offense back to the field.
Yeah, but that means a good tire.
Day just try to find something, looking for a huge play. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return with that small change. They take over at the 43.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's caught inside the 15. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. First down for this offense. quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. We sensed a great deal of confidence.